Hello everybody and welcome to another Throwback Thursday. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We had been talking about borders a few weeks ago, and a lot of people steer away from borders because they don't know what to do with them. But there's some really cute borders, and so I just wanted to show you, when you're looking at sketches or when you're looking at ideas, how you can incorporate some borders. So this past weekend we had our virtual crop sketches. And in these sketches, there were several places where it had a 12x4 strip. So for example, in sketch 1, I could use this sketch, and instead of cutting my paper to 12x4, like this sketch is asking you to do, I could just take my 12x3 border, put it at the top, then do another strip down the side. Obviously I would choose a different color. And then put my photos. I'm just putting some random photos. You guys get the idea. Obviously, I would cut these down. I don't have another horizontal, but pretend like that's another horizontal. And then I've used this really cute border in my sketch 1 sketch. Sketch 2, also similar. It has a little section right here that I could cut off a piece of this border and I could use this same border, right? So I could put a border here, and then I could put my photos going across the bottom, pretend they're the same size, and then it's got 2 verticals that I could put this way and put my little border on the side. And obviously you would put your pattern paper in like the sketch is calling for. Pretty much every one of these sketches I can do the same thing. Here's sketch number 3. They have this fun border embellishment at the top spanning both pages. In this case, I would need to make a second border, and then I could just run them across the top of the page. Well, what we're going to work on today, and what I have printed pictures for today, is specifically to work with sketch number 4. I have these fun pictures that I found from 2014 when we took James on a cruise and we went on a dolphin adventure, and I am going to use it for sketch number 4 here. And if you can see that it has an 8x4, an 8x4, and an 8x4 running across the top. What I'm going to do is, instead of using my 8x4, I'm going to make my middle section a little bit bigger, and I'm going to use this border on the top. So let me bring in, these are all of my fun. I had a ton of vertical pictures. This was before we knew we need to make sure that we do pictures, both portrait and landscape. So what I loved about this sketch was it allowed me to get 6 vertical photos, actually 7 if you do this one on the side. So that's why I'm choosing sketch number 4. So let me move these out to the side and bring in my mats. I'm also going to be using the light baby blue for my background of my photos. And because I'm using a border and I just have random pieces of paper left from this collection, this was the beach collection that they had a few weeks ago, and I only bought 1 pack, so I have to use strips. So I'm going to bring in just a garbage background paper, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to put my border across the top. It starts at 8 inches. Then I will cut this piece off and I will move it to the second side. So if you see on our sketch, we've got the top, then we have a space, and then we have the top again. Okay, what I wanted to bring into your notice, I'm going to bring in my baby blue as the background for my photos. Now, in my original border, I did not have this sticker. But what happened was, when I started putting the paper down that I'm going to be using, again, I'm piecing it together, you guys, because I only have a little bit of paper left. When I started piecing my paper together, I was not happy because my pictures are very teal colored compared to this stripe, right? it doesn't really match. And when I didn't have the sticker on, I should have waited to put it on, but you can see it just doesn't really go very well. So what do we need to do in that circumstance? We need to pull some of this color into the rest of our layout so that it will blend better. Well, Poolside Paradise is almost this exact same color. And even though it doesn't match with what I'm doing, they had a sticker that I could use. So here's the sticker. And what I did was I cut it in half so that I could end up with just a little tiny piece of the border sticker that I could then incorporate onto my border. Which is good. I mean, that helps, right? It brings in some, but it still doesn't look right. Right? It's still, there's too much teal and it doesn't blend very well. So I've incorporated some teal into my border, and I can incorporate some more teal when I'm ready on the bottom. So that will help for sure. But I needed another way to just tone down the teal and to bring some of the other colors to the front of this layout, because again, you want your pictures to be the heroes of your layout, but you don't want it to be such a strange contrast that people are like, what's going on? This doesn't match. So what I can do is I can pull some colors from my border into where my pictures are. So I happen to like the orange and the yellow. So I created mats so that I could incorporate some more orange and yellow into the layout. And just by adding this, now there's cohesion. Now it looks like it was intentional, that I was using all of these colors together on purpose, and it just looks much better together. So this picture needs to be trimmed down. I do have a little small title photo that tells me where it's going to be. This needs to be cut, and that needs to go on that side. So we'll do that right now. I need to cut it at 4 inches. I want to cut it kind of at a natural place. So I'm looking to see which side is going to be a better side to cut it on. No, it's better this way. Careful of my tails. And that's going to be the bulk of my layout. Now, I may end up matting these. And the question is, what do I mat these pictures in? I'm not sure. Maybe I might do white. Sorry. Once I tack this down, it'll all be straight. And then I will bring in the beach stickers. And what was fun about the beach stickers, so I might add just the green on the bottom. Instead of putting that teal, maybe I'll do the green on the bottom, or I might do the green going down the side like it has in the sketch. But what was fun about this one is there are dolphin embellishments. So I can add some dolphins in here playing, which is kind of why I saw this. But those will be super cute. So I could do some journaling and a dolphin here. I have another little dolphin over here. So I will definitely incorporate my dolphins into my layout because they're so cute. And it was so fun. And some journaling. I'm not sure. Waves of memories, that might be cute. That might be a cute little block to put with my dolphin down here maybe. Again, I'm going to be trying, so I'm very busy up here with my border, so I might do a little embellishment here, here, and here. This page is pretty good. I could put one in the center. On the sketch, they have it here with journaling. They have this busy title. So maybe I'll just move him up in the center. I could put that in the center. And then maybe my dolphins on the side. And then there's a small little embellishment down here in this corner is what they did. But as you can see, it's really looking cute. The teal is not standing out really awkwardly and horribly anymore. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with how it blended. So again, just think about your borders when you have these type of sketches, wherever there's a big border, laser border, sticker border, any kind of big section, you can always use a border there. So don't shy away from borders. They're really fun to use. I'm excited about how this is going to turn out. And yeah, that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions, I may make this photo bigger so that it's the same size as this one and just do the two like that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that and make that my title. Pretty sure. But anyway, that's it, guys. Have a great Thursday, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.